getting evicted in 3 days. Isn't that just lovely? We love that. We love that. But I think my apartment trying to fuck me over, and I'm gonna tell you why. So I'm not renewing my lease here. They know I'm not renewing my lease here. My lease ends on the 17th. I'm leaving on the 7th. I'm out. I'm gone. I never want to see this place again. I never want to be in it again because management sucks so bad after they change. They know I'm leaving. So I sent an email trying to figure out, like, hey, why am I getting evicted out of nowhere? Because I already paid my rent for March. My rent is prorated. It's paid. I paid it on the 20th of February. So why am I getting evicted? Okay, so I walked my butt all the way down to the front office to try to figure this out. And I said, why did I get an email saying we have 3 days to leave, that I'm getting evicted? And is this going to go on my credit? Because, sorry, boo, but no.
I mean, it goes without saying. There's clearly has to be more to the story than this, right? I just think it's so amazing how people just come on here telling these one-sided stories that never make any sense, that just doesn't happen out here. Why have I never experienced this? You paid your rent ahead of time, prorated, and all of a sudden they're evicting you, but then you said you were still going to leave. When stories just sound so complex and so hard to keep up with like this, it's because people are removing key gaps from within the context that we need to actually get the full picture. And I mean, that's what it seems like here. And I wouldn't be surprised if she has a GoFundMe or something, right? Because this story could just be completely just made up, honestly, the way that it doesn't make sense because she's young, right? So she may not really understand how things really work. So in her mind, that makes sense and that's possible. But, you know, but before we get into the next clip, if you all could like the video, it only takes a second and it helps me out tremendously. So I just want to ask on the front end, it only takes a millisecond. If you could like the video right now, I greatly appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get into the next clip.
So last year I had got kicked out of my Section 8 apartment for making candy grapes out of my apartment, which I didn't know was very illegal to do. I was just trying to make money for my kids, and my husband had lost his job that December because we had got COVID and he was in his probationary period for his job and he had to take off, so they fired him. Actually, they brought him back for a week, fired him a week after Christmas. So from December to April, we didn't have an income. Things were getting like really, really rough. So I know what I had to do. I knew I could make some really good grapes, and we made a Facebook page, and it literally been any social media to having 5,000 followers in less than 50 days. I was working 7/12s, and I was making a lot of money that I did not turn. Had found out because we went on a beach vacation. I was actually able to pay for within like 3 weeks of beach vacation for my family, and we had posted this page because we were just happy and we were having a great time, and my kids, we don't get to do that stuff kind of often, so we were having a lot of fun. And I knew immediately after I posted that I had a bad feeling. I was like, somebody is evil eyeing this, like I could just feel it. And I also knew in my heart when I got home.
No, she's doing dirt and just has to post it. Y'all can't even just go and enjoy the vacation that you know you shouldn't be taking without posting it so that people can report you. Isn't this crazy? Really think about this. So she's getting subsidized housing and she decided to start a candied grape business. How do you think she was getting the grapes? She's probably getting EBT food stamps as well. And she started a candied grape business. And then that money she's making, guess what's the beauty about her business? She probably only takes cash. So that income's not getting reported. And now she done said her husband lost his job or something. And they were in a situation where it was do or die. And the first instinct isn't to save the money, stockpile the money that she's making so that they have it for another rainy day. The first instinct is to go blow it on a family vacation. If you're on government assistance, that's supposed to mean that you're in a state of destitution, that you're in need. What do people say? If they miss a month, they're going to starve. But as we see here, that's not the case because clearly you have the dispensable income to go and take a vacation. Disposable income, excuse me.
that I was coming home to something in my door, and I did. While I was on vacation, somebody, which I believe was the manager of the apartments, had got on my Facebook from a page that was literally just made, and the picture of it was a rat. A rat. And they commented all my business on there. They knew so much about me and my apartment complex and my business and everything. It was someone that was very close to me but didn't really know me yet, but was very, very mad that I was doing business in these apartments, which I did not know that I could not do. You know, I literally just started making candied grapes for just some extra money, just try to get through, and it blew up. So, like I said, I knew in my heart something was going to be in my door when I got home. Surely that night of June, I got home from the beach, I had a note in my door. And it was a note from a manager saying that she had been informed by multiple people that I had started a business a couple weeks ago, been making a bunch of money, had a big following on Facebook, went on family vacation. They had wrongly dated. The letter was dated for June 17th. I didn't even go on vacation till June 18th. I got back on the 25th, and the letter was in my door, and they were talking about my vacation and everything in it. So, and I didn't even post the family picture until June 23rd, and they had the letter dated for June 17th, and I didn't even post the family picture of the beach till June 23rd. So anyways, to make a really long story short, the letter said that I needed to meet with the manager. She had went back on all of my posts and calculated that I had made over $10,000 in the 7-week period.
Oh
And that
my
I didn't
gosh.
turn in any of my income, which is true, I didn't. But I never hid anything. I was very open about this the entire time. I literally had people all day, every day, pulling up to my apartment, and her office was right across from my apartment. She keeps her windows open.
So she allegedly made $10,000 in 7 weeks. Cash. Allegedly made $10,000 cash. And clearly, the benefits did what they were supposed to do. They allowed you to be able to make a way to where you could provide for yourself and your family. But notice the key here. She didn't get off of it. She still wanted to have the free apartment or the subsidized apartment and all the other perks. And this is the problem. She literally created a business. She created a legitimate business. But the first thought was never, let me just go ahead and report that, things are good. We're on the upside. If we ever need it again, maybe we can apply for it. But right now we're okay. She's making $10K in 7 weeks, and that's not even factoring in for her husband who has a full-time job. And she's able to do this from home. Come on now. It can't be no clearer than that, no plainer than that.
I'm here to try to convince anybody about how Section 8 really works. I was just letting you know, by me used to be on Section 8, I honestly know how the program works. All you motherfuckers keep saying, get a job, they lazy. You motherfuckers don't know shit. It was some bald head bitch down my timeline talking about some, now I can be able to get some. Let me get on this gravy train. Y'all think it's the motherfucking gravy train, but Section 8 is not a gravy train. The more you make, the more the fuck you're gonna pay. And I'm not trying to hear her language. Bitch, fuck you. You heard that language. Again, let me repeat it for the people in the back. Section 8 goes off 30% of your income. You motherfuckers need to stop comparing it with the base housing. Those are two separate things. And yes, if a motherfucker lose their job, their rent go down. But for the most part, a lot of people do work full-time job and they are paying a lot of money. I'm sick of reading. I know somebody paid $100. So what? They paid $100. That is their situation. Stop comparing one motherfucker to millions of people. Y'all want people throw on the street so bad so you can get this Section 8, and then when you find out you're gonna be the same motherfuckers off in the corner like, damn, they told me. Well, you shouldn't have to experience some shit to understand it's the motherfucking truth.
Her energy is like a straight up dude. Matter of fact, it's worse than a dude. Like, just think of the privilege that some of these ladies have to just go around talking to people like this. Me as a man, I don't even think that I can just walk around talking to people, motherfucker, you and mother. Yeah, somebody I can see her at a restaurant somewhere, and would you like? They're like, would you like a side with that? Yeah, mother. Come on. Why do you talk like? Why is that so naturally flowing, coming out of your mouth like that? Goodness gracious! And there's gonna be some brother, man, glutton for punishment, gonna be getting called all type of MFs all day long. We're gonna leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second, helps tremendously. Also, YouTube has a new feature for smaller content creators called Hype, and it's just like the like button. You just press the hype button, and the more you hype, it actually show you the points, and then it actually helps smaller content creators like myself, and it pushes us like the larger ones. And also, Patreon's link below if you want to see self-improvement content. But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.